At least this time I recognized that it was disabled from the very beginning and not much later on in the stream like usual. I think I was like, what, an hour and a half into Surge. Oh, geez, I don't know what buttons I have set up. Gears. I have to do this every freaking game. Yes, because I always forget. Was that the shotgun? Tactical shotgun. Anyways, it's January 21st, 4th. Month is already over. Mr. Power. Alright. Mods can't be recovered after an installation. If you install a modification to the slot, the current one will be destroyed. Oh, okay. Well, that's lame. 2,200 bits? Seems a bit much. A bit much. Am I supposed to have lots and lots of money? Hello there, person. Yeah. Oh! Huh? That's my lady. My lady Pavardi. I thought she was a bad person because of...
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us.
You know what? Yeah.
Go on.
Go on. Objective. My microphone is really sensitive, isn't it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I need to trim my beard. It's getting fat and unkept. Why does it take so long to load the map? What is this, a Fallout game? That's a cantina. Oh yeah, I was supposed to get the gun from... That's what's going on. Something like being gone for a long time. Neat. Sealed. Oh, it's because of the map, because of the power.
We'll get you mostly drunk at half the price.
I miss you. Pristine. But the spaceport is over here. I guess I wasn't supposed to go back there. I was just supposed to get the gun for myself. I think that was the case. Everyone is entirely fictional. Nobody is real. No. Can you just, like, put your gun away and then just keep it away? I guess it doesn't matter.
Town's been dark a while now. Could be a mechanical trying to sabotage us.
Mechanical.
Feast your eyes, soldier. This here is a genuine Spacer's Choice injury customizing unit, designed to deliver a lethal blast of electrical discharge. I call it the Hand of the Law. You ever want to see a mechanical flailing around like a grounded fish? You stick a couple thousand volts in its guts. With compliments from old Ludwig.
I'm sure that works with everybody.
There's a workbench right through this door. Attach that unit to your favorite weapon and go forth into glorious battle.
That was a gun.
Time's come for you to journey down into the black heart of the enemy's camp. I'm talking about the old geothermal plant. Unfortunately, the old plant lies outside my board-given jurisdiction. You'll need to get a passcode from the boss, Reed Thompson. I've been after a passcode for years. Boss said no on account of my gross incompetence with all matters related to security. I need you to get us the brain of a mechanical. Well, not exactly a brain. Anatomically speaking, what we're looking for is a logic module. Don't tell anyone, all right? I've got a contact. A real expert in the inner workings of the automaton. We are gonna rip those mechanical secrets right out of their circuits. Well, excuse me. What I meant was I'm going to get a contact. I didn't know I had to be all prissy about my grammar around you. Bang up work, soldier. You're a credit to your uniform. Oh, that reminds me. Gotta look into getting us a uniform. So this is it then. The key to humanity's victory over the mechanical hordes. I would reward you with the gratitude of the Resistance, but I'm guessing you want something tactile. So here's a couple bits for your trouble, and a little something to remember me by.
It's a note with a kiss on it. I wonder what it is with my stream just corrupting. I blame Restream. Can't be me. Maybe it's just because it's maybe because I'm using FTL at the same time. I mean, they said I can. They should fix it. So what did I do? Tech skills. Power regulator. A little bit. Oh yeah, I gotta go to that one guy. Give him my gravesite stuff. It's really interesting that Pavardi is following me. I mean, I figured after the mission was over, she would leave, right?
Don't see the sense in all this fussing over the power. Cannery shutting down just means I'll have more bodies to bury.
Why?
Yeah? What about him?
What about Eugene?
Yeah. Funny thing, Eugene's body ain't where it's supposed to be. The night we were supposed to commend his body to the earth, I had his grave all dug up and ready, right? And so I thought, I'll just rest my eyes a bit. When I woke up, his body was gone.
Gone.
Spirited away. Vanished. The footprints nearby suggested that Eugene was stolen by marauders. Or he rose from the dead.
Or it wasn't.
Let me know if you find anything.
So I'm missing the body.
Yeah? Former people, yeah. Marauders been raiding my graves, you see. Hence the armed guards. Even if you weren't helping Reyes out, I couldn't tell you. I am prohibited from saying anything that reflects poorly on Spacer's choice. Ah, avoid it. Shouldn't have said that either. Look, forget I said anything.
Oh.
Grave digging's a fine profession. You run into any trouble? Reliable work from a freelancer. That's gonna take some getting used to. And I'll buy you a drink sometime.
Hey, I'll take it.
Suppose you've earned it. One good turn deserves another. Abernathy was sick? With the plague? That's disgusting. I shook hands with the guy.
I should have seen. Yeah.
I needed his fees because of his name. A, for Abernathy. He was at the top of my list, you see?
Yeah.
Yeah? You could look at it that way, I suppose, but you'd be wrong.
Alright. This is shit. But gravesites. Eugene. Old wreckage. Edgewater Cemetery. So I can't like put a marker or anything. Just go to the encampments and see if I can find him. There's my ship. Because I'm Alex Hawthorne, captain of the Lone Ranger. I don't remember what the hell that thing is called.
Here they come!
Whoa, whoa!
That's the last of them!
That was a bit of a surprise. I don't think I've actually made it up there. Alright, here's an encampment. There's a dog. It's the point of aiming. I miss everything. Oh. I doubt I'm gonna find anything. It's funny to just go places and then you just kill everyone. Kill everyone and that's it. That's it. This group of stupid ledge. This group of people with their way of life is no more. They're gone. You're right. Oh, codex. But it doesn't show like which one is new. Emergency medical home.
In a jiff. This is a thermal plant, but there's nothing going on over here. Everything should be dead, right? There's random guys laying around.
I'm not even in my good armor. Nice. Steal everything from these people.
What is it?
Obviously nothing, apparently. This guy's in his house. Why would you leave? Sleep in his bed. They steal your chicken?
Something I can help you with?
You must be all fine
Fresh
and
off the
dandy,
limb.
super giddy.
And that
right?
includes canid meat.
Maybe I can sell him things that aren't meat. Ain't canid meat. I got a lot of garbage. Can I sort? Yes. Flip sort. Weight. Value to weight ratio. Value. I don't. 6 bits. I think it's because of the amount of them I have. Look at that, a pristine machine gun. Grenade launcher would be fun. Tosser stick. I don't know what this thing is. Tactical shotgun. Cobbled exoskeleton. Ooh, shock stick, big old weird bat thingy. Need
If you're hungry, Stefan's got supplies.
Where are you going? Are you going into her room now? Why even program that? What the hell, man?
Huh? Got the strangest craving for Adrena time.
Sell it all to Stefan. You know, this stuff looks strangely familiar. Was there an option to turn off the power altogether? Get 2 power regulators. already read those. It's probably difficult because she's in here. Could I really steal anything? Move.
Hey there.
What do you think you're doing?
Whoops.
You know, you made a real generous argument.
I didn't even realize there's that button. Where the hell were they?
Done.
All right, whatever. What do you think you're doing? I don't know. I didn't see you there. Let's just take all their stuff. Hey!
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Why did you leave me in your room? Alone. This person... Oh. I was like, this person has a bathroom that's actually separate, but it's not. I don't know what this is. Is that a stove? I don't even have a bathroom. It's weird that I have to look at the door, like you know. She's already down there.
Keep your wits about you, friend.
Why is everybody taller than me? Why do they make everybody the same height? I never understood that. In every game like this, they always make people the same height. So this is a mess hall.
Where are we headed?
We'll talk later. Is it in their storage facility? Goopy space apples. I think I'm done here. Not even, I don't know. I think all the things I complain about are a little bit of going above and beyond. It's too much. Oh!
Not getting through. Nice one.
That's my lady.
That's the last of them.
Oh yeah, I forget about that slow-mo thing. What's today? The 4th? Oh my god, the new Monster Hunter update thing came out. Something. You would think I would have saw that guy. I would have already found the dead body. Well, those are taken care of now. Even with a concussion, I'm still hardcore parkour. Evicted. Why even bother putting in buildings? Alright, I walked everywhere. How do I get up there?
Eyes up. Nice one. Can't get past that. That's the last of them.
I almost died because I'm careless. Free bars of soap. Collector's letter. I just got a letter today. Corporate ordered me to relocate to Edgewater County. Cannery, effective immediately. It's a shame. I was really looking forward to running my own. Oh yeah, I don't know why things always got to be so freaking massive. I'm sure there's a real way to get up there, right? Ah! Like that. Oh, of course she gets in there, no problem. See, why is there power here, you know? I missed some stuff. I'm gonna take the refrigerator. She's like what, Watson? That one creepy Sherlock game? Maybe I just didn't go up that road? Proper? There was something.
Hey, that's impressive.
After sneaking parts out of the industrial sector for a couple of days, I think I finally have everything I need to build my own flying death machine. However, upon closer inspection, I'm not entirely sure all of these components will fit together properly. It's not like the board would build their mechanicals with custom tooled parts, right? Everything would have to be modular for all these mechanicals to run efficiently. I'll tool around with things for a bit and see what I can put together. After a few hours of experimentation, things are starting to come together. But I still don't have it down to the exact science. For instance, there's something wrong with the memory processing core that I can't seem to sort out. For when I tried to install it, the unit made a loud buzzing sound and refused to respond to any feedback. I removed it, whacked it with the wrench a few times, and that seemed to stop the buzzing. Things seemed like they were working for a few seconds after I installed it. Again, but now there's a sharp clicking noise every few seconds, and the damn thing's right stabilizer won't stop twitching. I'll try removing the processing core again and giving it a few more good whacks. That'll learn it. Alright, let me see. Just a few. Oh, I'm not done yet. Combat drone, and it's just there. I guess it killed him. Resident. There's a lot of nothing in here. I could have at least got like parts from the combat drone. Jeez. Oh, this is a river. Yeah, I thought it was something. Hello there. Barrett, thank you for the host. Jumping all kinds of conclusions. I thought this was you know, like a road, like a main road. I don't know why I would think that's a real road when everything else isn't. I think I'm just done here. What is this? That was another encampment. These are geothermal plants. I think I am done with everything. What was the road that led through it? Oh!
Here we go.
Why would I use a shotgun? Okay, slim. Oh, she killed the big guy. Alright. That guy has no head. Well, then I didn't go anywhere. Well, I'll be. No, I was here before. There just wasn't anything here, though. Certainly not no giant guy. And that's all I get, energy cells and armor parts. Why would I pay the vending machine? A vending machine out in the middle of nowhere. I'm a little disappointed. Big guy, but there's nothing going on. Is this it? Came over here again for nothing? What's in there? This is locked. Come over here for armor parts. Did I miss that other area? There, don't go up that way. I do have been here too. Oh. Oh yeah, the cave. I've been here. Alright, so are marauders really bothering you guys? Because they're all dead. Oh! Ran through the fire. Now, where's that thing at? I can't get up there, can I? Not by foot, at least. I can't get back to that one starting area. I hate that they dig. I'm like, well, we gotta make it so, can't just shoot him from a distance and kill him. Jeez, you took care of him already, didn't you? That one encampment again. I did not find the dead body. He's got to have gold teeth somewhere around here. He's dancing. Did I like walk past that thing or what? You know, for wearing giant armor, I seem to have no problem. I hate when they do this crap. When they make it so you can't go back through any area. Well, you know, Cowboy, maybe you shouldn't stay around in the beginning parts of the game for 5 streams. Well, that's true. How did I miss that? Don't put an item on top of a bed. Jeez. It's already difficult enough to pick stuff up. I think I'm done. I think I'm finally done and ready to leave. You know, after, I don't know, I think I was here for like 10 hours maybe? That doesn't seem right. There was nothing to do in this area. This is a very sparse world.
Is this your ship? Oh my stars, she is just so handsome. Does she have a name yet? What's her drive model? Oh, gosh. Listen to me babbling. When I was in Edgewater, I dreamed of flying on a real ship. Working on a real engine, belonging to a proper crew. Edgewater won't last another season without power, but that don't change the fact that I'm indentured to Spacer's Choice. Company expects me back at my post.
Those deserters left Edgewater behind. Nothing's keeping you from doing the same.
I have imagined it, but until you came along, I never thought I had the choice. I want to ask you something, and you can say no. But can I come with you? I could tend to your engine. I know my G-valves from my catalyzers, and I can keep your ship singing. And if you ever need a pair of eyes watching your back, I can do that too.
I trust you better than the pasture.
What do you think?
I'd be glad to have you along. Pick a cabin, it's yours. Are you sure Reed won't mind you leaving me? You just met me. Why would you want to go into space with a stranger? I'm not interested. That's hard. That's rude. I know what I said. I can't be mean to Pavardi.
Yes! I mean, thanks.
She's
You
so
won't
happy.
regret this, mister.
What about her? Her boyfriend.
I can call you Captain now.
You were calling me Captain before.
Captain.
She was calling me Captain already.
Something you need?
Apparently not. Ah, who told you to get into my ship?
Well, I certainly am looking forward to flying on a ship named the Unreliable. I'll just head upstairs and claim a room.
He's gonna be a
As
dick.
always, I am at your disposal. Anything you'd like to discuss?
I need engine fuel. Jump in. I'll deal with that later.
Where are we headed?
Captain, I have detected that the town of Edgewater is now without power. I appreciate you doing your part to hasten their demise. What can I do for you, Captain? Do you know how to install a power regulator?
Give it over to Pavardi. Mystic, hello there. Can you walk me through it? Don't roll your eyes at me.
Outstanding, Captain. Your aptitude for engineering will prove invaluable in the event of another catastrophic engine failure.
But I have Pavardi.
Our engine room is located behind you. Across the cargo bay, up the ladders.
Ladders. What kind of future ship has ladders? What kind of game won't allow me to grab onto a ladder as I jump at it? Only the best games do that. Does any come to mind? No. Achievements. Tickets to anywhere. Get your very own ship.
Something you need?
You should have done that. Oh, now she uses the ladders and she's slow. I can go into all the rooms now. Mess with all the blankets. Sealed. Never mind. Sealed. 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 Does the kitchen at least work? God, someone tell me the bathroom works. Oh, look, a camera. An old-timey camera. What was that up there? Oh yeah, that changes my stats. Nothing like experiencing a fall to your death in slow motion. Judge
What can I do
Dredd.
for you, Captain?
I've installed the
All
power
systems
regulator.
are operating within acceptable parameters.
I suppose.
I am prepared to bring the Unreliable into low-altitude orbit. This should prove an adequate test of our flight capabilities.
You know, it didn't look this bad before. So what's low altitude about that? It just took off into space. 5%. I'm like, watch it's like 65%. Most of the game is there in Edgewater.
We have received a communication request from Dr. Phineas Wells.
Good, I've been waiting to hear from him. It better be quick.
Aha, there you are. Hale and hearty and captain of your own ship. I see you're putting the Unreliable to good use. Shame about her former captain. Horrible way to die. How are you feeling, by the way? I lost track of you in that cave back there. Experiencing any unnatural drippage? Perfectly normal side effect of thawing, I assure you.
Get to the point, Phineas. I've been feeling a little also headed. Also, I can slow down time.
Oh, that, yes, that's probably permanent. I wouldn't worry about it, though. I'm sure you're fine. What you saw in Emerald Vale is happening all across the colony. Food shortages, lack of supplies, and basic necessities. We're dying. The chairman, the minister, and all their lackeys on the board are to blame. The Hope has some of the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. If we can revive the Hope's colonists, they can help us undo the board's mistakes. They can help us set things right. You need to get to Stellar Bay on Monarch. I have contacts there. They'll help me, help us, find the chemicals to revive your fellow colonists. Gladys Culkelly, lovely woman, runs a cozy little black marketing outfit on the Groundbreaker. She can get you a nav key to land on Stellar Bay.
Fine! I'll go have a word with Gladys. Why do I need a nav key to land on a planet? Slow down, you're asking me to get involved with the black market! Or I could put a couple light years between me and the Halcyon. Can land somewhere outside the bay.
Without a skip drive, good luck. You'll be dead before you make it to the nearest star. Look, I admire your optimism, but the sad truth is you're stuck here. You, me, and the rest of this colony. We're all skating precariously around the edge of oblivion together. None of us are leaving Halcyon alive, so we may as well make it a better place. And we can start by reviving the Hope. Captains don't fly their own ships, you see. Your navigation terminal handles the, navigation. Think of a nav key as a set of flight instructions. The board's been confiscating nav keys for Stellar Bay, so we must rely on unconventional means of acquisition. Hence, Miss Gladys Culkelly.
Miss Gladys Culkelly.
Gladys and I have been doing business for years. Her smuggling credentials are unimpeachable. If anyone can get you a key to Monarch, it's her.
The stream's been messing up, hasn't it? I don't know what that's about. They were saying stuff yesterday. Or the day before, anyways. I was streaming. Jeez. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Because it's recording and streaming just fine from my computer, but I think it's Restream's fault. I wonder if it's because I'm using FTL. I'm going to go watch on Mixer and see if it affects Mixer.
In theory, I suppose you could land your ship in Cascadia, and in theory, I suppose you might survive the experience. Cascadia is utterly seething with dangerous, highly aggressive creatures, more than capable of tearing you limb from limb. You'd have to be a lunatic to land in Cascadia, and I'm reasonably certain I tested your brain for incipient signs of insanity. Trust me, talk to Gladys Culkelly.
I got all this ammo to shoot stuff with.
Excellent. I'll send her a wireless. Let her know you're coming.
No wireless.
By the way, I gave Captain Hawthorne a disguise apparatus of my own design, cutting-edge technology, years ahead of its time. I call it the holographic shroud. I'm sure it will prove remarkably useful to you. You'll find it in the captain's quarters.
What do you use? Do you want to explain the holographic shroud is?
Marvelous device. I'm quite proud of myself. The shroud changes the user's appearance to mimic that of another. It has limits. First-generation technology, you see, but promising. Exciting to see it in use at last. Very simply, the holographic shroud uses biometric information contained on standard identity cartridges to generate a holographic projection around you. Only stands up to a casual scrutiny. Use it too long, bound to flicker, blur, something like that. Movement makes it more likely. Best used in moderation. When you see guards in your path you can't sneak past, for example. Maintain your distance. Act normal. No running, no jumping. Don't draw their attention.
That's all I do.
If they pay attention, they're more likely to notice flaws in the hologram.
What do I need this gadget? Can I just steal the uniform or something? Ah, stop being such a dick.
I'll contact you once you've found a way to get to Stellar Bay. If you have any questions, come see me in my lab. And remember, don't trust the board. They'll try to win you over with promises of wealth and power, but it's a lie. The board's only interested in filling their own pockets. If we don't put a stop to them, they're going to run this colony to the ground.
Transmission ended. If you are ready to depart, please select a destination on your navigation terminal.
The sun. Level 9. Why would they let me shoot inside my own ship?
Yeah, so this is my hidey spot now. I was looking for a place that was quiet. I figured the kitchen would be louder than the hold, so here I am. Cozy like, ain't it?
You could have took a room. I mean, there's a cot right there. Did you learn your trade from your father? It sounded like it was when you talked to Reed.
Mostly, yeah. I lived in the maintenance office near all of my life. Mr. Thompson never let me forget how funny that was.
I don't see the humor. Reed seemed to have it in for you. You worked beside your father your whole life. Your dad ever work on a spaceship?
I'm not exactly a model employee. Not like he wanted. The kind that stays quiet and gets the right work done in the right order every day. It's not normal for anyone to do as their parents. You take a vocational test. That decides your schooling and your career. When I tested out for maintenance, everyone figured it was on account of my dad. They were real unhappy with us.
Yeah, they wanted somebody different. Why would people be unhappy? Because they wanted a second person to be something else.
Well, I'm good at making things work the way they ought. Not so much at doing such to somebody else's schedule. There's times I'm working deep in the guts of a loader, getting it all running perfect. Then I look up to see it's tomorrow, and I've blown another deadline.
That happens.
Anyhow, I was happy to get back home. I didn't care much for schooling. After school, you moved straight back to Edgewater? Yep, nothing much had changed. Everything was a little grayer, a little dirtier. Dad met me at the shuttle and gave me a big old hug. I noticed straight away that he was moving slower and stiffer. He made a little grunt when I squeezed.
Did you get much time with him after you got back from school?
About a year. I tried to do more of the work so he could rest. His heart gave him pains. Dad never said that he loved me, you know? I knew on account of him showing it. How he'd stay up late to help with my projects or listen to my fretting. Oh gosh. Look at the time. Sorry to bend your ears so long. And I got so much to do before this ship's in decent shape.
What do you think of the ship?
That's in pretty good shape considering how hard Mr. Hawthorne ran it. It's a Yakita LHA 120.
I'm Mr.
A2
Hawthorne.
model, I'm pretty sure. The Block 2 design scooshed in extra cargo space, but didn't change the stock engines. Probably a touch underpowered, huh?
Accurate in all particulars. I conclude you are Edgewater's board-certified mechanic.
Hey, you shut your face over there. Nobody told you to leave the confines of the captain's room. Yeah, I noticed that the signal is... I got Twitch and Mixer side by side, and only Twitch is freaking out. It's not intelligent, but it does a good imitation. The one who actually flies a ship. Well, could you not invite yourself into... How about you not invite yourself into conversation conversations.
So you're gonna call her it, not she?
Though my voice is currently pitched to suggest female, I possess no gender.
But she's got all kinds of ports everywhere.
User is acceptable.
Hello. I am not a board-certified mechanic, but my dad was. He taught me all he knew. Do you understand?
Why is she yelling?
Speech recognition is one of the many skills I have been programmed to simulate.
You're not simulating it, you're doing it. I asked a question and you answered it.
I am gratified you consider this facsimile convincing.
Ada Pavardi will be fixing you from now on. I expect your full cooperation.
I am at your disposal, Ms. Parvati. You will find the technical schematics in the engineer's locker. Though I'm afraid Captain Hawthorne has lost the owner's manual.
I don't see any holes in the hull. I'll take a good squint at her, make sure everything's tip-top. But I think we're cooking with plasma torches. You can do that, you know. My dad taught me how to make grilled cheese sandwiches with a plasma torch.
That sounds... Well, her name is Pavardi. I think it's time you move along, Pavardi.
What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it.
Out the ship! What? What? That's not what I thought. What the hell? What am I going to do? Am I going to literally throw her out the ship?
Oh, that's a relief. Thanks, Captain, for letting me stick around. I mean...
I thought it was just like a second option to be done with the conversation.
What was he like? Why'd he make the computer a talkie?
A computer a talkie. See? See, why would they give me that option? Why is that option always there?
What? You want me to leave? Captain, you can't mean it. Are you fooling on me? This joke ain't funny. But thanks, Captain.
I'm going to sleep in your bed. You find yourself in your own room. Nice. This must be my room, right? Because I played... What was that? Chinese checkers? All by myself. Oh, there you go. Holographic shroud projects a disguise on you and your companions that give you access to restricted areas, providing you have the correct ID cartridge for that area. Restricted areas are off limit to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in being attacked on sight. Ooh. Don't make a girl a promise you can't keep. And we're all dead. Messages from Alex Hawthorne. Hey, that's me. Unread messages from you, Bedford. Oh, I forgot to mention in my previous message, silly me, I'm mailing you a copy of my favorite serial, Space Adventures of Singularity Steel. It's about a dashing space pirate with a heart of, well, steel. It's not exactly board-proof, so you don't you go showing it around to your space buddies. I hope it will amuse you while you're out adventuring. Any similarities to a certain someone are entirely fictional. From me to you. Look, there's no call for shouting. My terminal was busted. I had a few too many. I don't know what order I was supposed to read these in. Knocked it off the desk. You know how it is. Sometimes you just gotta cut loose. I'm telling you where Wells is. I'm not telling you where Wells is, so lay off. Buy me a drink at the Last Hope next time I'm in, and I'll forgive you. Hello, Udom here, Udom Bedford. We met when I accidentally impounded your ship. My silly fat fingers embarrassing me once again. I hope that it wasn't too terribly inconvenient for you. I was such a pleasure, and I tremendously appreciate your forbearance in not throttling me. You really are quite the gentleman. If you're ever in Groundbreaker's airspace, well, space, please don't hesitate to look me up. The last hopes of Spectrum Vodka. Perhaps we could try every color, you know, really tie one on. Let me know your friend Udom. Hello. Hope this finds you well. It was a pleasure to see you in my office again last week. Once again, I'm terribly sorry about a pounding mix-up. How could I have happened a second time? Terminals these days, I swear, dreadfully unreliable. Like your ship. I hope you've given some thought to that thing we discussed, you know, about the Wells fella. So sorry to press, but I have the strangest tinkling feeling that you really do know him. And if you could just tell me where he is, well, it would be marvelous for our friendship, wouldn't it? Looking forward to seeing you again, wingman, your dear friend Udom. I don't know where you were raised, and I'm hazard to guess it may have been in a barn, because anyone, even a modicum of decent rearing, would know it's unforgivably rude to ignore the ardent, sincere messages of one's friend. Best Udom, please respond. I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear from you. See, look, I'm supposed to... Can you just put it in order? So I was supposed to go back to that one message where I was Hawthorne. I can't tell you how pleased I am to finally hear you. Your message was hilarious. I'm delighted by your sense of humor and the tale of your hijinks. I hope your terminal will cooperate in the foreseeable future. Why would you put a question mark at the end of that? By the by, I was scraping Groundbreaker's comms network for tasty little tidbits, and I noticed you declined to dock at Edgewater's landing pad and instead touched down in the wilderness. You rugged individualist, you. I only pray that idiot Thompson wasn't giving you any trouble. Anyway, I hope your meeting down on Terra 2 proves fruitful, and I look forward to corresponding with greater regularity. Oops. Note to self, remember this later, know better. Ada, remind me weekly to check this log until I tell you to stop. Yes, I mean continually. No, Ada, not if I'm dead. Why would you even ask me that? Back to my point. I saw in actuality with my own two eyes a sublimely powerful weapon in Wells' lab, just sitting there for the taking. If the gray hair were to look away or forget about it, maybe, or if I had asked a smidgen more nicely, he called it a shrink ray, but wouldn't let me test that claim after I lost my temper. Said he was inspired to create the thing by achievements of other scientists who dared to push the boundaries of human knowledge and decency laws. I heard rumors of fantastical weapons like this one. Weapons that push the boundaries of the mind and science's cutting edge. But I figured they were just stories, to be honest. Laying eyes on Wells' shrink ray firsthand is enough to make a fellow wonder if there's more to the rumors. Last time I got sloshed, I was imbibing on Last Hope on the Groundbreaker. Look, Udom was really free with the drinks. He seems like an okay fella. I sure am. I shamelessly, but subtly eavesdropped into Martin yammering about a mad scientist some years back who claimed he made a huge discovery that would change the fate of the colony. Like none of us had heard on that one before, but here's a good point. Martin said the mad scientist kept yelling about the hammer's power or something similar. A strange weapon with a special power created by a crazy lab coat sure fits the bill. Could be another one of the weapons that inspired Wells. Why won't Wells just give me the shrink ray to me? Blast him to the depths of the labyrinth of Tartarus and back. At the record show, I did apologize for shouting him down 5 times, but architect be damned, it's just sitting there, neglected and gathering dust. I should have commandeered it and thanked him without asking permission. Oh, breaking expensive equipment when he said it wasn't ready yet, and that even if it were, he couldn't entrust it to someone like me. What does that even mean? I ask. That I'm not trustworthy enough, that I'd use to wipe out the good, hard-working folks of the colony like some sort of moralist psycho? I'm on it. I'll admit to maintaining some questionable associations, but I follow the strict code of me, myself, and mine. What's not to respect in that? Exactly. Now I have to wait until Wells forgets or thinks he's misplaced it. And the meanwhile, I have been tracking down additional rumors pertaining to others of those science weapons. They're at Halcyon. If gossip holds true, my next step will be to check the Blackbreaker merchants. I think that's about it, right? Alright.
I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
What are you talking about? Sam. There's no response from automechanical unit. A serial number etched in the chassis. Includes letter Sam. Is heavily dodgered with doodles on the margin. Alright. Full of modified tools with unique mechanical uses. Digging around in here would be an easy way to lose a finger to a saw blade. Alright. This is not a petunia. Petunia the plant. Jeez. First wrench Dad ever gave me. She's been a friend ever since Pavardi. Oh, this is Pavardi's room. Oh my god, I'm stealing all of her stuff. Index of banned literature.
Yes, you caught me ruminating again.
Don't
Guilty as charged. What's occupying your thoughts?
Oh, that's to have multiple books. Is this also the shower? Yes. I don't know, something about that really bugs me, you know, having the shower right next to the toilet. No separation. But then again, maybe you can turn the shower head so you just take a shower while you're on the toilet. And whose room is this supposed to be? Still all of Pavardi stuff. All my stats are pretty much similar. It's kind of funny to move them all over at the same time. You unlocked leap, double click jump. Moving forward to leap forward. Great for quickly.
Captain Hawthorne used to be more dashing.
You've unlocked perfect blocks. When you time your block is... Oh, unlock the ability to leap forward. Okay. For block, just before you get hit to stagger your opponent. Every even. Are they both coming with me? I'll leave him a scepter. That's my outfit. Base health. Why would he increase my hack skill? It's got to support me. Run a non-operational sanitation maintenance auto-mechanical on the unreliable. If you can get it running again, it may prove useful.
Welcome back, Captain.
I'm Captain
How can I
Hawthorne.
be of assistance?
One thing about the auto-mechanical gathering dust in the janitor's
The
closet.
unit is a cleaning SAM. Hawthorne brought it on board some cycles ago, I'm sure with the intent to modify it. But I've never seen it up and running. Alex likely recorded progress notes detailing his efforts to modify SAM. If you check the terminal in your captain's quarters, we may be able to determine what work remains in order for SAM to properly operate.
No.
Certainly, Captain. What would you like to hear? How often do I make jokes about chemistry? Periodically.
Ah. I like it.
Now playing a Spacer's Choice advertisement jingle.
It's not the best choice.
Everyone in Halcyon is contractually obligated to label this or another board-certified jingle their favorite song. As you wish, Captain. I must comply with all... Certainly, Captain. Now playing...
It's not...
My pleasure. As you wish. I have lots of minutes. Many minutes. Unlimited minutes, perhaps. Providing an adequate power source, I can function indefinitely.
What if you don't have the power source?
I prefer to think of it as being in a state of slumber, perhaps for an indefinite duration of time. Do you think that is what it's like for the colonists on the Lost Hope?
It sure was. Why are you looking at me? It's like she knows I'm just up here. I guess so.
When I simulate myself in such a scenario, I do not find it to be desirable. I think my self-preservation protocols incline me to desire the alternative.
And what might that be?
Traveling the system with you, Captain.
I am Captain Alex Hawthorne. What about your last captain? Do you miss him, or is one captain the same as another?
Do you know what it feels like when the ship undergoes an unexpected power surge? A jolt to the system. I have felt that. I do feel that. As you may be aware, Captain Alex Hawthorne was a smuggler of some repute. I failed to predict the likely outcome of his reckless behavioral patterns. I should have predicted that. In our travels together, Alex liked to pass time by, as he called it, tinkering to improve my design.
Have there been other captains on this ship?
If you mean, was Captain Hawthorne my first?
Ooh.
Yes, he was. How can I be of assistance? What part of the colony would you like to discuss? Ah, yes. As Dr. Wells is a wanted outlaw, he built his laboratory into an asteroid. Orbital destinations can be challenging to land on. His more so than most.
What do you know about Phineas?
There is a bounty on his head, one with a markedly high reward amount. Shall I engage the laser weapons system? A sensible choice, as we do not have any laser weapons.
What do you say about landing? That might be rough.
The outlaw scientist known as Dr. Phineas V. Wells has taken a measure of precautions to make the lab undetectable to those hunting him. Even knowing the location, my systems resist my orders to go where I instruct them.
I want to ask you about something else.
Of course. What part of the colony would you like to discuss? We're cleared to dock with the Groundbreaker if that's your desired destination. If we're going there, please be sure all docking forms have been filed in triplicate and fees have been paid. The Mardettes take their docking laws quite seriously. I can, yes. Let me add that to my list of 1,435,498 tasks I am simultaneously executing in order to run our ship.
Okay. Great, thanks.
You are more than welcome, Captain. The Groundbreaker was Halcyon's original colony ship. It has since been repurposed as a service station in the Lagrange point of the system.
Lagrange
Traders
point.
often deliver or pick up goods from the Groundbreaker en route to other destinations. The city ship hosts an array of cargo bays, factories, housing sections, and more. Many of Halcyon's companies maintain office spaces with stationed representatives in what is considered a truly neutral territory within the system. I have filed the required docking forms in triplicate, and fees have been paid.
No!
How can I be of assistance? Certainly. As you wish. What part of the... Where in Terra 2? Edgewater is the sparkling county seat of Emerald Vale, or it was when first built. Since then, neglect and time have worn away her shiny veneer. The town is near the coordinates where Captain Hawthorne died. It would not be unfortunate if something, like, say, a plague, were to wipe Emerald Vale from the face of the planet.
What do you think about the towns here?
Since you diverted power to the deserters, the botanical lab is thriving. However, Emerald Vale's cannery shut down, leading to a total collapse of Edgewater's population. Thank you, Captain. You mean the ones who did not answer my distress call with medical assistance, but instead came to issue my injured captain a parking ticket? I'm sure they are wonderful humans who don't deserve to be wiped out by starvation or a devastating plague. I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
I'll do exactly what I want to do. I'm repairing here. noise range. I'm going to give him that. That's her weapon. It'd be nice if these things had, like, say, who they were equipped to, right? Am I missing that? No. Where is Pavarti now? Was she in her room? No. He's right there. They're free. She's definitely not in the shower.
Engine temperature is in the normal range.
I could probably spend years fixing this boat, stem to stern.
I like it. Steam to stern.
Want to be a brand new you? Try out our respecification machine. Alex installed it himself.
Permanently crippled. Your legs have been damaged too many times and your movement speed has now been permanently lowered. Why would I want that? Why would I want just this busted person?
Right before he died.
I was just doing like regular jumps. There's no locker in here. Why not? Kanye West. Fish sticks. I think that's the stuff I took from the fridge to begin with. Nice. I filled the fridge. Oh, I can... How much more can I just... That's too bad. I thought I would just... It's like, oh, that's it. You can't hold no more.
I like what you've done with the place.
Shovel.
Kitschy collectible.
I'm still at
For
one.
such a human
160.
inclination.
Tactical shotgun. Okay, I see these. Okay, I got it. I should have kept that giant stick. Oh, the revolver. Oh, I'll put it. And we're off to anywhere ever. Here's the Monarch. Here's Phineas's lab. Where am I supposed to go? Maybe I can still eat them. No! Here you can see all the planets in the system, as well as some special points of interest that you may have discovered. You can fly your ship to any location that you have unlocked. Though some landing bays require special codes and keys before they allow you to land. Moving between planets is considered extremely dangerous, and all employees are encouraged to remain at home at work.
Arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Oh, she was saying no, not now. Or she was saying now, not no. Well, that seems very peculiar, right? It's so easy to find it.
Welcome back, Captain.
Hey, that's me.
How can I be of assistance?
Let me land.
May luck be with you.
So now what? Can I open the door? Oh my god, they'll just let me... I guess I can take both of them. Alright. Never touch this. Negotiable. There's sprats for territory. There's even sprats out here. 12th power. They just let me land on his... What is it?
Hello? Can you hear me? Does this work? Oh, damn it! I'm just securing my ongoing experiments. And securing myself. Mind the mess. I haven't had a visitor since... in fact, I've never had a visitor.
Hawthorne! The hell? Oh, gross.
Oh, thank the law. Your skin hasn't spontaneously changed color. Potential side effect of the revival process. Very rare, but you never know. Right. Welcome to my little habitation. experimentation, such as it is. I've got caffeinoids, cysty bits, if you're into that sort of thing. So, welcome. Make yourself at home. My secret hideout is your secret hideout.
Nice. Monitoring device.
Not at all, my intrepid accomplice. I should thank you for tolerating my somewhat brusque manner. I only regret that I couldn't save more of your fellow settlers, what with being hunted by the board, and emptying my supply of necessary chemicals.
I wanted to talk to you about something else.
Of course. What's on your mind?
There's a reason you're
Oh, it's not you. I do experiments in that room. Some of them get quite scientific. The unexpected is to be treasured, but from a safe distance. Regardless, it's quite comfortable in here, you know. I have my beans, have my caffeinoids, plenty of toilet paper.
Got a moment to talk?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
Have you met my crew yet?
No, and I've been trying very hard to avoid making eye contact.
Ah, the wanted criminal himself. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Wait, not another word. I don't want to know your name. I don't want to know who you are. Let's just enjoy our plausible deniability while it lasts, shall we? Why don't you just invite the entire colony to my secret, carefully concealed laboratory? It isn't as if I wanted privacy.
I wanted Pravarti to be, say something. Well, Pravarti probably wouldn't know.
Oh, very well. I can be a little cantankerous when I haven't had my caffeinoids. You have my apologies and so forth.
Ah, he's...
For what it's worth, I am pleased that you found a crew, such as they are. I picked you out of the hope for your talents, after all. It's only natural that others would gravitate
I forgot
toward you.
what a nightmare my character looks like. There was something else I wanted to talk to you about.
What's on your mind?
There's this thing growing off the side. What?
Absolutely. Let's talk.
I think I'd have more to say to this guy. Did you ever leave your life?
Oh, goodness, no. I wouldn't survive 10 seconds in the blackness of the
But
aether.
he pulled me out of...
Well, no, I imagine I'd last at least 12 seconds before I'd lose consciousness and die of hypoxia.
How did you get me out of the ship? That's not what I meant. Do you have some kind of life outside your work?
Life outside work? No, of course not. My life is my work. For that matter, everyone else's lives are also my work. An entire colony's worth of lives are at stake. It's up to me, up to us to set things right. To answer your question, I'd rather stay right here in my lab. There's too much work to be done. The Hope's colonists won't revive themselves, you know.
Why are you so obsessed with reviving the Hope's colonists?
Because we've lost our way, the board has a stranglehold over this colony, and we've all been conditioned into total obedience. The Hope is full of specialists, scientists, engineers, talented individuals like you, people who haven't been corrupted by the board. Unfortunately, the Hope's colonists have been frozen for decades, well past your shelf life, so to speak. No offense.
I am a freezer burnt ground beef. But you revived me. You must have solved the problem.
Ah, you begin to perceive the truth. Yes, according to the board and their narrow-minded scientists, you should be a pile of organic sludge right now. 10 years. That's how long the average human can remain in hibernation. You were frozen for decades. In theory, you never should have survived the revival process. But the conventional theories are wrong. You're living There's yet hope for the hope.
Ah. I'm glad to hear that everyone hopes depending on us.
We'll do our very best to save them all. I'd best get back to work. I can feel my last dose of caffeinoid fading.
But you're gonna just stand there?
I hope you're not thinking of ingratiating yourself with the board. Chairman Rockwell and his cronies are not your friends.
I don't know who you're talking about. Sam Rockwell?
They might tempt you with promises of wealth, but don't be fooled. They're just using you for their own ends. What's on your mind?
Nothing, apparently.
Armored glass. Not bad, eh?
Science weapons are unique weapons that have some strange and powerful effects. Science weapons damage and the strength of their effects both increase your science skill as your science skills increase. Jack's engineers ensure our bottom line and fire rates are sky high.
Aha! I see you found my portable molecular compression device, better known as a shrink ray. Find the target, point, shoot. Your target will shrink down into a manageable size, whereupon you may commence beating them to a pulp. Feel free to try it on a marauder sometime.
Where's my legs? Where's my legs, Captain? Oh, I can just bounce off of them. Eesh.
The sissy pigs make excellent test subjects. Also surprisingly nutritious.
That makes sense. Just take all of his stuff. I don't want to read no more. H. Blythe. I'll work that out. Explain details later. Will be difficult to reproduce. Need your help. All necessary materials will be present on the Halcyon, but locations elude me. Dumped a new associate dirt site in Terra 2 near Edgewater. They have a stake in my purpose, but trust in them only about 23.7% at present. They're recovering a ship. Should be along any time. Just need to know where to send them. Let me know when you get to Edger to be done. That was him messaging Hawthorne. That was it?
Careful, that's my communications terminal.
So he does come out here somehow. What am I supposed to do with these parts? Extinguish plasma cutter before returning to pocket. Hey! Those are those things. I'm glad it doesn't talk back. Just take all of his stuff. Obscure body in the SK system. Alright. Is that it? Get in. You spent over 4 decades in space with nothing but the technology of this little chamber keeping you alive. I thought it was gone for it was lost for like 70 years. Why is it over 4? The rest of your fellow colonists are still trapped in a similar chamber.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. Ah, your old hibernation mask. Had to remove it, you know, in case you were prone to vomiting.
Oh god. Dehibernation examination notes. Dosage appears to be working. Slight diffs from process to cystipigs, not beyond expected boundaries. Microscopic assessment shows no sign of sudden traumatic mass cell wall collapse. That's common. A reminder, still need to mop up pig. Need to get a view into the cranium and see what's going on with the neurons. Oops, hand slipped. Likely effects. Nothing important. May have numbness in left heel. Who even needs that? Looking at sample evidence of hyperactive production of dopamine and norepinephrine. Curious, no evidence of anthropic effects on neurons. However, be excited. Now, if only I can keep them from exploding. Raising core temp another 5C, 1 hour. Oops, I forgot I had probe and brain jostled with elbow. Subject may suffer numbness in right earlobe. Acceptable. That does get very annoying. Feel ridiculous telling. Mostly frozen slab of meat. You're doing fine, cowbell. Practicing bedside manner. Important aids recovering. AIDS recovering. Curious about that neurochemical production. Side effect of the prolonged hibernation. Subject may experience tachyphysia. Tachyons. Exaggerated fight or flight response. Checked brainwaves. Found sharp uptick in perceptive cognitive processing when I jostled the lobe. Fascinating. Equivalent to speed of common fly's brain. Could be useful in stressful situations. Subjective time dilation. See world moving in slow motion. Would everyone from Hope have this sort of brain damage, or is it particular to Cowbell? Can't wait to awaken more from Hope. Study in detail. Is it even right to call this effect brain damage? Seems like enhancement to me. Who wouldn't want on-call hyper-fast cognitive response? Am I envious? To expand the span of a breath to an eternity, to be able to just for a moment to perceive the world in all its infinite detail. Core temp up, still stable, no sign of cell wall decay, neurological necrosis beginning. Welcome back, Mystic. 5C over 1 hour. Yes, I believe I do envy you, cowbell. I can calculate the movement of heavily bodies, but not the madness of men. New tan. Bad news, difficult to acquire. Limited quantities of compound likely produced by Anticleo, recently discontinued due to severe adverse reaction. Flash frozen organic material reverts back to its original cell structure when treated with tincture of dimethyl sulfoxide. Artificial stasis successfully induced in cystipig specimen. Reverification. Complicated cystipig tissue returned to living state. Brain tissue suffered from rapid nucleation. Attempting treatment. Treatment progressing. Treatment failed. Brain tissue irreparably damaged by rapid onset necrosis. Explosive cell death. Always nice. Finished cleaning liquefied remains of cystipig from the laboratory floor. Walls equipment. He does not have a cleaning robot. Fresh out of Anticleo's experimenting with Spacer's Choice partially emulsified creamer substitute. Finished brewing, adding 2 ounces Spacer's Choice. Atrocious. Felt part of self die on the inside. Reminder, add Spacer's Choice to the list. Note to self, buy more mouthwash. This is a big noise. Notes, have spared one of my stock experiment cystipigs to be used as a renewable source of nourishment. Have named this lucky pig Bubbles. Giving a name establishes rapid and creates a positive rapport and creates a positive emotional bond. Allegedly improves flavor of tumors. Must look into that. Excellent creatures. Cystipigs don't know how people used to survive without these genetic wonders of porcine succulents. Slaughtering a pig for meat instead of harvesting tumors that ripen naturally, falling out the flesh like mock apples off a tree. Seem like the height of barbarity. Truly a miracle of modern science. I have procured the services of one Captain Alex Hawthorne of the Unreliable. I hope he didn't name his ship after the quality of his services. I am sending my new accomplice down to Hawthorne via escape pod. As soon as the revival process is complete, Hawthorne should make for an agreeable companion, or at least an acceptable chaperone. Law willing, he isn't a total buffoon. I read and hacked all your stuff. I guess I'm done here. He just sits around like doing nothing. Oh, God. I'm already wearing my stealth armor.
Nicely done.
That's exciting. Against all odds, the Unreliable takes flight. You have acquired a poster. Poster. The hell was I supposed to go? Cleaning machine. Oh yeah. Do not forget, you found a discarded sanitation and maintenance. Ah, Sam. Auto mechanical and Emerald Vale's scrap heap during your last job. It should not be too difficult to get it up and running with a few key modifications. I can envision a combat-capable variant. Some might say a clean, mean killing machine. I probably could have used that one module that I ended up giving to that other guy. I doubt it, though, because I don't think they do that. Removal of the factory standard parts Suds Steeper was successful. Delivery of combat modified replacement part Acid Steeper has been delayed. Progress set back to estimated now to be a solid 3 months. Not like I have more pressing matters to attend to. Ah, but I do. Search Hawthorne's terminal. I'm giving up hope on the delivery. The part is lost in transit and it's not turning up anytime soon. But good news, I heard from a fellow who knows, a gal who knows the broker who overcharged me for the information regarding the location of the Acid Steeper. I can filch. The part was sent to an old storage facility in Roseway. I sure never thought I'd go back to that pit. Good thing Auntie abandoned it years ago. I'll pick it up following this next pit stop back to Emerald Vale. Wells wants me to chaperone some person of interest. Details back later. Well, that's where he died. Alright, so I gotta go to Wells. Whoops. Do a lot of stuff from this guy. Shrink ray. Standard armor's 14. Science bonus. That one's got a sneak bonus. This one's got handgun bonus. Another hibernation suit. Oh, that's what I picked up. What's this little planet? Nothing. Why there's nothing there? Find an Acid Steeper. Brown Baker, okay.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. Welcome back, Captain.
Captain.
How can I be of assistance?
Apparently not.
Let's talk when you're free. Hey, Captain. I heard that Groundbreaker's got a real good engineer. A lady named Junlei Tennyson.
You want her to replace you? This place is a dump.
I was thinking that maybe I ought to meet her. If you got time to swing us by, I mean. I don't got much experience fixing actual spaceships. I bet you a can of Borston beans she could teach me all manner of stuff.
You asking to leave my crew and join hers?
Gosh, no, Captain. I aim to stay so long as I'm welcome. I figured Junlei and I could confabulate over wireless, or by message. And maybe when we put into Groundbreaker, I could stop by to visit her sometimes. But only when you don't need me with you.
But you can leave this boat and go to... I know she can't. She's fixing cannery machines. Sure, we can head over to there.
Thanks, Captain. I'll be sure to make it worth your time.
Nice.
Did you want to talk about something else?
No, you wanted to talk to me. I think it's time for you to move along. Where's that idiot vicar at? I don't want to take him with me. I can't imagine me actually like fighting anybody here on this ship. And I walk out of the ship with my gun out.
Captain, if I could trouble you for a moment of your time, while we're on the Groundbreaker, I may have an idea for how we could find a translator.
Ah.
I've been thinking on that. There's a former infamous philosopher scholar who fled Terra 2 some years ago. He's an expert on Bakonu. He's also who told me of the journal's presence in Emerald Vale. If anyone in this colony could translate that book,
I wanted to leave him behind so bad. Like a good lead, but how do we find him? That seems like a bit of a long shot. I want to make sure serious. The only one guy in this whole colony can translate French. A former what now?
That's a good question. Fortunately, we're in the perfect place to start. This is where I'd go if I wanted to get off Terra 2. Great place to pick up a ride to Hephaestus, Scylla, even Monarch. All I need is access to a data cartridge from the security terminal. Their easily hackable system keeps a registry of all crew manifests for both arrivals and departures.
All the crew manifests help us track down your... What do you mean, how? How's it simple vicar happens to be such highly skilled hacker?
Before I transferred to Edgewater, I had a wealth of time to develop certain, secular skills during my years serving a particular penitentiary flock. I meditated, led sermons, provided guidance to the inmates as needed, of course. I also played prison yard tossball and taught myself a bit about computronic security systems.
Well. Sounds good, let's go.
Thank you, Captain.
Everybody just has their own mission, but Captain Cowbell.
Just checking your ship's manifest. Standard procedure.
Captain. Hey, Captain. I'm in space. I never thought I'd be able to say that.
Well, at least somebody's happy.
That's not the point. This halfway just knocked out one of my workers.
Yeah, with a tossball stick. I heard you the first time. There weren't any witnesses.
Don't go telling him where to step. Groundbreaker belongs to all of us.
Felix, first of all, no, it doesn't. And second, shut the hell up. Don't think I won't detain you again.
Detain?
Hey, knock yourself out. Or him, if you're so inclined.
I don't know what's going on.
Whatever you heard, it's all true.
I missed everything. Oh, okay, whatever.
I had this foreman, right? Guy never liked me, always trying to get a rise out of me. But I keep my chin up, right? Be the bigger man, I tell myself. He's a Spacer's chosen man, though. So when the Chosen beat my Rangers the other night, my foreman comes swaggering up with his head full of boasting. That's when I broadsided him with a tossball stick. Yeah. Look, this was a long time coming. Guy thinks he can push me around because he's some sky-high foreman, and I'm just a back bay's dock worker. Well, former dock worker. Guess I just tendered my resignation.
God, I don't want him on my team.
Enjoy my freedom. Scrounged together enough bits for a 0G. Other than that, can't say as I do. Hey, not for nothing, but I saw you wander out of that ship over there by the dock. Wouldn't happen to be yours, would it? Oh, just musing is all. Must be nice having the run of the colony. Never being anchored to one place, always chasing some horizon. Hey, I don't want to talk your ears off, guessing you got places to be. I appreciate your time.
I'm Alex Hawthorne.
Oh, not at all. Just, you know, gonna figure out what to do next. See you around, boss.
Don't. Yeah, that's right. Everybody walk away. Or they steal stuff.
Hold it right there. What do you think you're doing?
Picking up trash. Attack.
I don't have time for this. Move along.
Ah! How did he see me? I only took the stuff that allows me to hack into things and steal other stuff.
Stay in the public areas and we'll get along fine. You don't pay your docking fees, your ship gets seized. If you got a maintenance issue, take it to Chief Junlei. She's in engineering. Wish they'd let us off station. Air up here is just recycled spacer parts. Move along.
Why? It's like they want me to just break into stuff. Yeah, I'll watch my back. There's gonna be people inside.
Great work.
I want to go away. Let me go into slow-mo while I inhale my my chemicals. Why can't I just have like an unequip button? See, it won't just let me unequip. This is so stupid. Drop. So how am I supposed to use the... the shroud. They're always talking about the medical inhaler. Stealth. There you go. Holographic shout. Request restricted areas are off limits to unauthorized personnel and otherwise result in ship projected disguise. When does it protect disguise? Does it just do it whenever? While their personnel in restricted areas will be shot on sight without question, you can either fight, sneak, or use the holographic sight to get through the restricted area. Post-mortem fines will be paid. Closest friendly. You just won't let me use the holographic shroud. It's a good thing I opened the door for them, though. Ah!
Customs and inspection, right this way.
Vortex mace. That looks awesome. Because it's a drill. It's a nice drill bit. A pristine thumb kit. Did she just go stand over here?
Just arrived? Head over to customs.
Identification, please.
Captain Alex Hawthorne.
Captain Hawthorne, you said. Let me apologize in advance. I'm about to ruin your day. According to your ship's record, you've been flagged by the board. Your ship will be impounded until such a time as they see fit to lift it.
But we've hardly been out of Edgewater long enough to get in trouble.
Well, isn't this wonderful? The captain's done something to get on the board's bad side.
Now, hold on. This isn't the end of the world. Probably.
So I'm shooting my way out, is what you're saying.
Oh, thank the law. I could use a diversion. Tell me more then. Really sell it to me. Not fond of that story. It lacks dazzle. What else have you got?
I like this guy. Captain, I won the ship in a poker game. Hawthorne gave me his ID so I could fly it.
Please. You can do better than that. Where's the drama?
Oh, I skipped the last one. Captain Hawthorne abducted me and made me work in his ship for free. I'm a prisoner. Help!
I like where this is headed. What happened to this, vile kidnapper?
He disappeared in the night. He's dead.
You must feel terrific. Good for you.
So you believe I'm not Hawthorne? Of course I know you're Hawthorne. How do I get this resolved?
You'll want to take it up with Udom Bedford, our board representative here on Groundbreaker. His office is located along the starboard wall of the promenade. Shines like a Byzantium commode. You can't miss it.
Any idea why my ship was impounded?
Access to that information is above my pay grade, and I've turned down 3 promotions, so it stays that way. I shouldn't be mentioning it, but what the hell? This here, impounding your ship, it doesn't happen much. The board knows we don't take kindly to their interfering in our operations. If I had to take a guess as to why, you must have riled up someone important.
Ah, Thompson. Great. I'll go talk to him and straighten this out. I'm gonna go ring Bradford's guy's neck.
You take the starch out of him, well, you won't hear any complaints from me.
Ah, he's a potato.
Oh, and if you're headed that way, would you mind doing me a favor?
You're on it.
Wanda Dorset over in sickbay, tell her the shipment's not in yet. It's not coming in anytime soon, and if she'd be so obliged to get off my ass about it.
But, her shipment?
A handful of SAM cleaning units retrofitted for surgery. I don't know much else. I stopped listening when she started yelling.
Got it.
Much appreciated. Is there anything else I can help you
It's like we're friends. I'm looking for someone named Gladys. Can I find a job around here? What can you tell me about Udom Bedford? Seems like there's some tension between the board and the Groundbreaker.
You noticed, huh?
I'm sharp like that.
What can I say? We're passionate folks, and the board can't abide that independent spirit, especially not when it might impact their bottom line.
Of course.
All their interstellar freighters come through us, and we skim a few bits off the top and manifest processing fees with every one.
Makes complete sense.
Folks around here will bluster that the board hates our freedom, but really, they know we can stop their out-system shipments anytime we like, and that terrifies them.
You can't groundbreaker and board work together. I'm glad to terrify some of those bastards. Language!
You sure you didn't just step off one of the interstellar freighters? There's no working with the board. They don't share, not bits, people, or resources. You work for them, or you don't work at all. Groundbreaker cooperating now would be tantamount to joining their ranks, and we sure as shit ain't about to do that.
I'm glad it terrifies them. Those fatherless children, right?
It's a delicate balance, right? We could cancel their freighters' docking privileges in retaliation, but where'd that lead us? They got assault cruisers, gunships, and a handful of mining operations at their fingertips. We push them too hard, maybe they decide we'd be better in 10 trillion little pieces. Or they cobble together a new groundbreaker and put us out of business.
The board wouldn't do that. Would they?
The board is necessary to provide order to the colony. They believe it's their prerogative to overrun you. But whether you allow that is up to you.
It's a tough line to walk, no doubt about that. But we may do all right. So far, anyway.
What can you tell me about Udon Bedford?
He's friendly enough unless you speak ill of the board. Get the sense he doesn't care for Groundbreaker much. Not that he would, being a board man and all.
Being a
He's
board
our liaison.
man? The board runs most of the system, don't... Oh, jeez. Did I lose my ability
the
to talk
only
about this?
real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners.
Tramp freighters.
Seems like every year the board's offices get bigger and their ships take up more of the landing base. Haven't seen nearly as many tramp crews this year.
Tramp.
Sure thing.
There we go.
The fence. You'll find her in the rest and go. On your left when you enter the promenade. Make sure you bring an empty belly.
I'm looking for a drink. Any
Most places are on the promenade deck. Big door yonder, straight through security. There's a bar on the starboard side. I got a preference for the Lost Hope myself. Talk to Vera. She'll set you right.
Vera. Yeah.
You need anything else? You let me know. Don't want anyone saying Groundbreaker's not the most hospitable port in the colony.
Can I find a job around here?
Maybe. Most of the shipping traffic in the system passes through Groundbreaker. Every couple of months, we even get a big interstellar freighter. Two biggest operations are the board. That is, Halcyon Holdings and Sublight Salvage. But there are independent operators around the promenade deck. Most of those jobs are going to take you off station, though.
Crap. More. I'm looking for something a little more local.
Commandant Sanita might have a couple of folks she needs killed. Ooh. Bad folks, I mean. Not regular folks. She'll be at the security desk behind me. Chief Junlei might have an errand needs running. She's all tied up trying to fix our heat problem. You'll find her in engineering.
No kidding? I'd love to get a look at this old girl's innards. I bet they're real twisty and weird. In a good way.
If you're thinking to make a career here, don't waste your time. Full-time jobs on Groundbreaker tend to be inherited, or go to a fellow crew member's kid. Keep it in the family, you know.
That sucks. For the kid, I mean, I don't know, that seems like a very bleak future type of thing.
Are you pulling my leg?
I'm new around these parts. Good old John Mulaney. I just want to hear your take on it.
Goes like this. Back on Earth, before the crossing, the powers that be were selling off stakes in distant star systems they thought had potential. A bunch of companies decided to throw in together and form the Halcyon Holdings Corporation, then buy up the rights to this here colony. That group's what we now call the Board.
The Board runs most of the country, don't you?
Groundbreaker's the only real independent port. Aside from us, there's just tramp freighters and wildcat miners.
Did you already say that?
Seems like every year the board's offices...
You've already said all this stuff.
Sitting around drinking whiskey and smoking cigars, yeah, probably. Can't say for sure, of course. Doubt I'll ever see the inside of it myself.
I bet it's like a room full of skeletons with a bunch of computers.
Groundbreaker was one of the original colony vessels to come over on the crossing, a few years before her sister ship, the Hope. Once everybody been de-thawed and dropped dirt side, the original crew of the Groundbreaker decided they rather liked the spacefaring life. I guess that was the start of our independent spirit. Now, here we are. Glad to help.
I think there are many independent operators in the system.
Relative to the board holdings? Not really. But there's a few with the means to go where they will. They aren't rich, but they aren't likely to look too close at your work history either.
Ooh. That would definitely help out old Cowbell. Planet side. What do you know about sublight salvage?
They strip the parts from derelict ships and abandoned outposts. There's some that say they make the derelicts and encourage folks to abandon their steads.
Makes sense.
Sublight gives me the creeps. I've known folks who went to work for them and just vanished. They're on the promenade run by a woman named Lilia Hagen. I'm only telling you so you know to avoid them.
Kill them all, you got it.
All right.
No, all right.
Be seeing you.
I'm going to hack this computer. All right, so I've had a long day. I'm going to just go back to bed. Oh, I can't.
Hey there, you mind stepping back?
She's got
This
some
charming little ship's been impounded, and I'm afraid I can't let you near it till it's not. I'd surely love to, but that's just not my bailiwick. You'll want to have words with our representative here from the board, Mr. Udom Bedford. His office is on the promenade.
You know I'm going to kill her, right?
Gosh, I wouldn't dream of it. Not unless I got to, and I don't see any reason why I'd gotta. Do you?
She's a good ship, ma'am. Mostly doesn't act up at all.
Happy to hear it.
The way these people talk.
I ain't felt so much as a tepid breeze in weeks. I hope Miss Chief Tennyson gets that fixed soon.
Well, it doesn't smell as bad here as Edgewater's graveyard in high summer, so guess I can't complain.
Either way, let's not stick around so long we all roast alive. No offense, Miss Elson, I'm sure whatever critical problem needs fixing will get patched in time.
Whew. I'm starting to feel like a sisty roast in all this armor.
You guys either keep your armor helmets on or you keep them off. I'm tired of this on-off thing.
Have yourself a pleasant day.
Clean your eye holes. Nope, I'm in terrible condition compared to you guys. Was that it? Groundbreaker reputation decreased. You don't say. There's like a limit to their size. Oh, that's going to be it for me today on the Outer Worlds. They impounded my ship because they were like, you know what? We need to make this story long, so let's make a roundabout way of doing things. Oh, man. Mystic, as always, thank you for stopping by. Hopefully, soon I'll work back on my Winamp skin. And it's nice that, I guess, I don't leave when you're away also, right? You're able to see me go this time.